really, I think, a bonding and a testing experience.
Yep.
When you get your first delivery, you get all this stuff, heaps and heaps of pallets of mounds of stuff. So we had stuff outside, the shed was full. And when you first get it, you're like, yeah, wow, that's okay, we can do this. And you sort of really rally and away you go. And as you're going along, the mounds get smaller and smaller and smaller. And that's really exciting, you know, that pumps you up and keeps you going. And then we got the second delivery.
Well, you're like, well, there it is, got to get on with it. Yeah. And once we started and got into that, it wasn't that bad.
Yeah, it was fine. Yeah. And we did hire a gyprocker because we're just like, we need some help now.
So Karen and I might have slightly different opinions about how much fun the whole build was and coming out here. For me, like, I miss the challenge of it now. So for me, we would eat, we would sleep, we would do paid work, and then we would be building this house, and there was nothing else. Like, and I'm just
absolutely nothing else.
So for me, I absolutely loved that challenge. And some of the parts that I really enjoyed was where you had a major part that you were doing. So let's say putting up the trusses, painting the wardrobes or whatever. You don't get too excited after you've finished that. But if you're putting up all the trusses on the house, it's such a change in the whole overall look of the house when you've done it. So for me, that was super exciting.
The ceiling battens, I really, really liked. He doesn't understand why, but I really liked being up on the scaffold and doing the ceiling battens. And I guess it was because I got to be on the tools, which I really loved. His favourite was definitely being on top of the roof. I didn't like doing the roofing at all. You just try and focus on the bits that you do enjoy. What was the other part that I really liked?
Finishing.
Finishing. I can't even describe how proud I am of Brendan and just being able to have physically put this place up.
Friends and family love it. Yeah.
I love it. And they're very proud too. The family's very proud of what we've achieved.
This was kind of the final part of the project, or should I say the dream that Karen had ever since she was 5 years old. And so basically once I'd finished building this room, that was the end, you know. The house was finished, the shed was finished, all the horse stuff was finished, and we got a horse. And I guess it all came together in one big emotion for Karen, because the last nail went in the wall, basically finished, and it was sort of instant tears, and she couldn't stop crying for about 10 minutes. And then pretty much every 3 days for the next month, she'd just be walking along and think about it all and just burst into tears. So I guess the goal has been achieved.